Welcome to Mike Dub 27 Day Trader. And today the market was doing some iffy stuff. So, first, let's look at Lucid Group because Lucid Group actually made a nice little move. And what I mean by made a nice little move is it didn't go too far up, but at the same time, it went enough down and enough up that you could have made some money off of it. For instance, the biggest thing with Lucid Group is to know that it likes the 220 area. So whenever it goes under the 220, that's an opportunity. So it went down to 216 around 2:15 p.m. So this is one of those where, of course, it stays there, but then it shot up at 219. So that's about 3 cents right there you could have capitalized off of. Or even more so this morning at 9:55, it was at 219. And then it got up to 224. All right, so there's some opportunities now. This volatility right here is what you want with Lucid Group because the shorts, they're going to kind of keep it right here anyway. So whenever you get a real dip, that's an opportunity to go ahead and take advantage of it because usually after the dips with Lucid Group, you get a spike. And then after that, the shorts come in and then it goes back to normal around that 219, 220 area. Let's see if there's any news. Not really, just the same old Motley Fool. Is Lucid Group the stock to buy now? Is Lucid Group a millionaire market stock? One source talks about Lucid Group has all the ingredients of potential millionaire market stock, but market cap is still at 6.68 billion. Volume still around the usual 171.60 million. It's still crazy how you can have that much value, yet it never moves more than like 3 to 4 cents. You know, the next earnings is going to be August the 4th after hours, and I expect it to do good. And hopefully, we can get that back up to maybe like a 230 or something like that. So that's one of those where August the 4th, I'll probably put some money in there just to see what happens. I think there'll be a spike. I mean, then the next day, I think it'll go back to normal. You're really not going to see too much of a move until they really get get those vehicles out in more areas. Still kind of hard to find a Lucid vehicle. I've probably seen maybe one in the Virginia area, the Hampton Roads area, whereas I've seen about 4 or 5 Cybertrucks, and that's a way more expensive vehicle. So we can see right there that there's still some moves to be made when it comes to Lucid. But CEO is still Mark Winterhoff. And he's interim. So I think as soon as they get a new CEO, that will probably be the thing that blasts Lucid Group up to $3. Once they get a legit CEO that's actually going to be the CEO for the foregoing future. All right. But to some more investing, I'm back to the 50K challenge. I finally figured out how to do day trading, so I made a little move today from 1,030 to 1,419, and I did that in about an hour, so that was pretty cool. I'm gonna try to do that tomorrow using the same moves. What I did to be able to accomplish this, let me find it. The daily price jumps. So I went to daily price jumps, and at 7 a.m. in the morning, I went ahead and I saw what was at the top. But I didn't just see what was at the top, but I also looked to see if there was any new news about it. For instance, all right, there was catheter precision. So I clicked on catheter precision. All right, and it was around I'm gonna say $50 right here. But before I even purchased it, I went to Yahoo Finance. So let me put that in Yahoo Finance. So I went to Yahoo Finance. I don't think this is real Yahoo Finance. Here we go. There we go. So I went to Yahoo Finance and I looked up market ticker. Is it VTAC? I think it's VTAC. So went up here, put in VTAC, and once I went here, I went down to see if there was any new news. And let me see if I can find it. There was some news. Let me see if I can find it. I think this was it. Catheter Precision Incorporated secures Vivo purchase order from this place right here. I'm just going to say Salgrenska University Hospital. That was 2 days ago. All right, so that's recent news. Let me see. Yeah, that was recent news. So once I saw that recent news, I'm like, okay, this is spiking up for a reason. When I say spiking up, I mean at 7:15 a.m. it was up 124%, which that means that there's definitely some momentum going there, and that's the biggest thing, catching that momentum. This would have been different if it was only up maybe 1%. It could have probably dropped down on me. So I got into it and I rode it to about, there you go, 7:35. So between 7:15 and 7:35, I held on to it. Once it hit 71, I'm like, you know what? It went up 20 cents and it kind of hung out there for a little bit. I'm not going to take any chances. So I went ahead and I sold. And then, of course, you can see, yeah, it went up to 80 cents, but that's fine. I don't really like have FOMO like that. And then, of course, it, like most stocks like this, it dropped back down. And that's how I was able to make my money today. So my plan tomorrow is to do the same thing. At 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my daily price jump. I'm gonna check and see which of these stocks at the top of it have actual news connected to it, and then of course I'll check check the technical data as well. And that's the other thing. There's the technical data. So let's go ahead and give this a look. All right, so this is at around 7:15. All right, so we just hit that little red candle right here, and then it kind of went down. I can't really zoom in, but it looks like a little doji candle. And then I caught it right there. And then after that, like I said, that momentum, that 125%, it started kicking in, started driving it up. It drove it up again, drove it up again. And then after that, it was time for me to go ahead and get out. You know, try to not stay for longer than 30 minutes when it comes to some of these stocks. But yeah, and of course, I was looking at MACD as well. But sometimes you may look at some of these, and the MACD may not be on the incline, like right here. Like if I had got in and then I saw MACD kind of doing this right here, I probably wouldn't have touched it because I know it was going to go back down, which of course it did. As soon as I see the red MACD starting, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. But if you see like the beginning of that green MACD right here, a lot of times that's showing you what direction the stock is going to go. So that definitely worked out. Now, the opposite of that would have been which one? Is it healthcare triangle? because Healthcare Triangle, it hit the screener as well. But the issue with this, look at the Mac, look at the MACD. The MACD was pretty much red the whole time. So even though it was going up a little bit right here, I couldn't trust it, and I would have been stuck in this stock the whole day trying to get an outcome. Matter of fact, it actually didn't even shoot up until after hours. It stayed right here in the same space, the entire day. And plus, there was no news around it. Like the news that was there was from like a couple of months ago, so it really didn't spark my interest. Now there's some lower ones that there's another MF International. I was looking at this one as well, but the issue with MF International was it really, let me see, it really wasn't doing anything at the time I like to get in the market, which is around at 7 o'clock. And the reason I like 7 o'clock because a lot of times 7 o'clock, a lot of people's automatic sales don't kick in until 9:30. So if you can get in between 7 and 9:30, you don't got to worry about everybody's automatic sales just hitting as soon as your stock goes up. But yeah, that entire time between 7 all the way to 9:30, it was really nothing going on, and MACD wasn't doing anything. Not at 9:30. Oh, by all means, if I was still trading at 9:30, as soon as I saw that right there, I would have jumped on it. And of course, from 9:30 to 10:20 to 10:30, an hour later, no, it went up a lot. It went up about 30 cents. But yeah, so finally really getting started with my 50K trial, my 50K challenge. I got a lot ways to go, but heading in the right direction. So we're gonna keep it going. So once again, this is Mike Duck, 27 day trader, and don't forget to like and follow. And I'm out, deuces.